In today's video, I will be ranking every tier 1 battle pass skin in Fortnite history. Tier 1 skins are super important in my opinion because they really set the tone for the battle pass. Personally, I think Fortnite has a really good track record of giving us good tier 1 skins. And just to be clear, these are the first skins that are unlocked. Now remember, this ranking is just my opinion, so be sure to let me know yours down in the comments below. If you enjoy my videos, be sure to use code TuneSpider in the Fortnite item shop to support me. And now let's get to ranking. And I'm going to start with our very first tier 1 battle pass skin, Blue Squire. So obviously this is all the way back to early chapter 1, so this skin is going to be pretty simple, but honestly it looks pretty good still. I think it holds up decently well. I like the blue and silver armor. I think it looks pretty clean, and I think it's what you would expect from like a Squire Knight skin. So he will be going in the B tier. Then next up is Mission Specialist. I don't love the astronaut look for this one, but he does get a few different styles like the helmet on, the helmet off. You get the visor up or down. There's enough here for me to not put it in D, so he's going in the C tier. Then moving on to Carbide. He was our first like level up progressive skin. So he had a base style, then he had multiple different steps where he continued to gain more armor until he had his full suit up. And I think this is a great skin, and it was a great way to start off the battle pass. I will say I do like his base style more than his fully suited armor look. Either way though, it's still a great skin with some different colored lights. He's going in the S tier. Then next up is Battlehawk. You might recognize him as Lieutenant Rip Slade, but before that, he was just this simple skin that we got in the tier 1 back in chapter 1 season 4. He just kind of has like that basic army type look to him. So for me, he's going in the D tier. Then moving on to Drift. In my opinion, still one of the best skins that we've gotten in this game. His level up styles are so clean, and then his final form with the huge jacket in the pink lightning is so sick. Also really like the Fox Clan mask that he has. He's going in peak. Then next is Huntress. I do feel like this skin could have been so much better. Like there's little details to it that I like, but to be honest, I still don't think it's that good of a skin. She's going in the D tier. Then moving on to DJ Yonder, and honestly I like this design. I love that they made the llama the DJ. I think that was really fun. I like his outfit. I really like his like llama helmet, and then he's got like the one gold tooth. I think that's pretty fun. He's going to be going in the A tier. Then next is Calamity. She is such an awesome skin. You get multiple different styles for her. You get multiple different colors. She has like this mist effect to her as well as when you get to the last style. I think her western look is really cool, especially that final style. She's going in peak. Then next up is Lynx, another tier 1 skin that I think is one of the best we've ever had in this game. And again, I really like her level up styles, especially when you get to her final suit. That is so sick. And on top of that, you get 4 different color styles and all of them are peak. You get the multicolor, all red, all blue, then all black. And then the reactivity on her arms is really cool as well. She is easily going in the peak tier. Then next is Zenith, another incredible tier 1 skin. Has really cool level up styles. Really like his final form. The all black outfit is definitely my favorite for him. I will say what holds it back a little bit is that base style. I feel like it could have been a little better, so he's going in the S tier. Then moving on to Hybrid. This is actually a skin that I've grown to like more and more throughout the years. You get this really cool base ninja style. You get multiple different colors with him as well. And my favorite style is definitely when like the dragon starts to rip through. So he still has mainly the ninja look, but then you can see the dragon head starting to rip through up top, and you can see one of the dragon arms. I think it's sick. Then you eventually get to the full dragon form with like the lightning effect. I think this is another incredible skin. He's going in peak. Then next up is Blackheart. I love the pirate look and how he transforms into the skeleton look with the different glowing colors that he has that you can see within like the rib cage area. And you have different colors for his jackets as well. I do wish in the transformation styles, we would have gotten one where he was like half human and half skeleton. I think that would have put it in peak for me, but I'm going to have Blackheart in the S tier. Then next up is Rox. She's almost had like the reverse effect for me compared to Hybrid. Like I've started to like this skin less and less throughout the years. I feel like they could have done so much more for her futuristic style. Don't get me wrong, I still like her design, and there's some looks to her that I really like. I also really like her color schemes. I do feel like her suit could have been a little better. I feel like her helmet could have been a little better. So for that, I'm going to be putting her in the A tier. Then next up is Sentinel. This was basically our first Transformer skin in the game before we actually got Transformers. This robot chicken is alright. I think my favorite part for his designs are definitely the helmets. I think those are definitely the coolest part of this skin. But other than that, I'm really just not that big of a fan of it. He's going in the C tier. Then next up is Catalyst, a tier 1 skin for arguably one of the best battle passes of all time, and she's a big reason for that. Not only did she get Drift's colors, the pink and gold, but she also got the white and light blue. She got a black and purple. She has that final form with the lightning effect, just like Drift. Her mask is sick. Overall, she has a peak design, so that's exactly where she's going, in the peak tier. Then moving on to X-Lord, and he has such a sick design. Honestly, he looks like he kind of belongs in Borderlands, which I think is really cool. I think his tattoos are sick. The spiked armor is really cool. I love his helmet. His helmet is definitely my favorite part, and I think he has really good color schemes for his clothing styles as well. He is also going in peak. Now we're moving on to Chapter 2, Season 1, and we're going to start with Journey vs. Hazard. So we basically got two different skins when it came to this battle pass, and I think when it comes to Journey and Hazard, both of them are just kind of solid. They have this rock climbing design to them, and I don't think they're terrible designs, but I don't think they're amazing either. I think they're just kind of right in the middle, so Journey's going in the B tier. Then next we got Turk vs. Riptide. The fisherman look just really isn't for me. I don't find anything like special or cool about it, so he's going in the D tier. Now moving on to Gear Specialist Maya. This was our first like fully customizable skin in the battle pass, and you would think that would be like automatic peak, right? Well, except for the fact that those styles locked, so you can never go back in and re-customize. I will say I think they picked some really cool stuff for us, like the pants, the tattoos, but it was also pretty simple at the same time. Like there was no crazy color combos that you could do. The outfit changes weren't super drastic, so she's going to be going in the A tier. Then next is Agent Peely. I mean, this is Peely in a James Bond type suit. You get a black suit, white suit, brown suit. All of them look great. So he's going in the S tier. Then next is Ocean. I think the skin's pretty cool. I really like her helmets and I like her color schemes. What holds it back is the outfit overall, so she's going to be going in the B tier. Then next is Fade. So he has a pretty simple base design with like some joggers and a t-shirt. I do like the black and purple color scheme though, but then once you get his full design, you get that purple jacket, the really cool mask, and because of that he ends up being a pretty cool skin. So for me, he's going to be going in the A tier. Now moving on to Thor, who is our tier 1 for the full Marvel Battle Pass. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like they could have done so much better. I know that was his comic book look at the time, but I feel like we still should have gotten like that classic Thor look as an alternate style. The suit isn't terrible, but I don't know, it's just really not for me, so he's going in the C tier. Then next is the Mandalorian, and I think we got exactly what we should have expected for this skin. The helmet looks great, the armor is really cool, I like the cape, and I like that you can get additional armor as well once you leveled up your battle pass. Feels like it just got ripped right out of the show, so he's going in the S tier. Then moving on to Agent Jones. This is another skin that I've appreciated more over time. I really like all the different styles you can get for him. You go from classic businessman to this like warrior defending the island, which is really cool. You basically get his story arc as skins with this one, and like style 3 and 4 are really cool. So he's going to be going in the peak tier. Then next up is Chimera. I know he's a customizable alien skin. He should be rated pretty high, but honestly, I just don't really like it. I don't like the design that they picked for Chimera. I feel like we could have gotten a cooler alien. I'm really just not a fan of the suit either, so he's going in the C tier. Then moving on to Charlotte, another great tier 1 skin who has level up styles. She starts in like this black shirt, black skirt, and then the right arm tattoo, and then all of it starts to get this glowing effect. Then as you get to her last couple styles, she has a completely different outfit, which is really cool. She has this green glowing effect to her. Her eyes glow. It's just overall a great skin. It is a little on the simple side, but sometimes simple can be peak. So that's where I'm going to be putting her, is the peak tier. Then next up is Shanta. She was the tier 1 for the Chapter 3 Season 1 Battle Pass. No, it was not Ronin. You had to actually unlock Ronin, so he's technically the second skin, even though he was on page 1. The Shanta skin gets a lot of hate, and to an extent I get it, but there's also some good detail and design to this skin, especially when you start getting the different armor pieces and putting that together. I really like the black and gold color scheme. I think this skin is just kind of solid, so she's going to be going in the B tier. Then we got Suki 2.0. I don't think she lived up to the original Suki skin, but I still think she has a great design. I like the outfits. I love the concept of an upgraded Suki, and hopefully we get Suki 3.0 at some point. But I do just like the look of the Suki skins, so she's going to be going in the A tier. Now moving on to Eevee. This is like the definition of simple, but pretty good. Like, she just has a t-shirt and some jogger sweatpants on, but her second design is also pretty good. She got a long sleeve and then with a skirt. I like the color schemes to her design. I don't feel like I can put her in like S or peak, but she will be going in the A tier. Now next up is Paradigm 659. So this was the Brie Larson paradigm, and I do feel like this was a really good time in the story to make her the tier 1 skin, and I think they delivered. Not only do you get multiple color schemes, you also get a base style, then you get a full-on suited armor look. We didn't get that with all of the 7 members, just her in the Origin. And the Origins was more of like his prison outfit. With her, it's kind of cool. It's the outfit underneath the suit, and then you get the full suit. And I do think they're really good designs. The only thing I would have changed is not having like that tube that connects from like the helmet to her armor. It's a little distracting, but that's a nitpick. Either way though, she's going in the S tier. Now moving on to Celine for the Chapter 4 Season 1 Battle Pass. For starters, she's one of my all-time favorite Tier 1 skins. I think she is very underrated. I really like her outfit designs, love her tattoos, I think they look so cool. And then what I also really like about her skin is she has this moon glow design. For starters, I like the suit, I really like the moon mask, and I like the colors. So in my opinion, she's going to be going in the peak tier. Then next we got Renzo the Destroyer, and he's such a sick skin. I really like the flaming mohawk with the different colors. His outfit is super clean. I really like this cyborg look to him. He's going in the S tier. Then next is Era. I think she's a very underrated skin. I like her outfit designs. The timeless look is definitely my favorite. I think she's a really good skin that is very underrated. She's going in the S tier. Then we got Nolan Chance. When it comes to Nolan, there are things I like about his skins and there are things I don't like. My problem is I just don't think it's a good tier 1 skin. Like I remember I wasn't super stoked to get Nolan Chance. So for that, he's going to be going in the C tier. Then next we got Spectra Knight, and I mean she's a fully customizable Knight skin that perfectly sums up Chapter 1 with the Knight designs. But there were so many Knight skins throughout Chapter 1. You got different helmet styles with Spectra Knight, a lot of different colors. Overall, it's just an incredible skin. She's going in peak. Then next up is Hope from the Chapter 5 Season 1 Battle Pass. This was our first introduction to one of our main characters now, who I'm honestly a big fan of, and I think she's had really great skins. I will say Shadowblade Hope is easily my favorite, but I like the first Hope skin. Her outfit's fun, really love the cat beanie. I think she has really good color schemes. She's going in S tier, and she's going to be at the top of S. She's running the S tier. Then next is Cerberus. What a badass skin. I think it's so cool that he's tier 1 while Hades is tier 100. I feel like that kind of rounds out that battle pass, and I love his design. You got the 3-headed dog look, the outfit is sick, the chains around the wrists and hands is really cool. I mean, they went 3 for 3 with styles in my opinion. He's going to be going in the S tier. Then next is the Machinist. I don't know what it is with Fortnite and doing really good job with like female mechanic skins like Jules, then the Machinist, and I like her designs. Her base look is pretty good, but I actually like her jacket style more because of the spine design and then the nitro tube flowing through it to her mask. I think it's so cool. That's a good detail. Also, a side note, she looks so sick with the super styles from that season. She's going to be going in the S tier. Then we got Gwenpool, and I think they did a great job with her skin. You got Dark Gwenpool, which is my personal favorite for her. You got the regular white and pink Gwenpool outfit. Then you got like a street look for her as well. And I think it's really cool that they gave you like a cell shaded and non-cell shaded option for her. The only thing that keeps her from being in peak is I'm not the biggest fan of her street design, so she's going to be going in the S tier. Then we got Chaos Director, and what a great skin she is as well. Love the all black suit look, the all white with the hint of red, but my favorite is definitely her third style. I really just like that ooze look that she got, and also Chaos Agent had it as well. She's going to be going in the S tier. Now moving on to Nyanja. I do like this skin. I think he's pretty solid. His outfit is pretty cool. Like I've mentioned before, I like the black cat style with the green eyes. I think that one is the best one, and the robotic claw is definitely the best part. He's going in the B tier. Then next is Cassidy Quinn, another skin that I think is very underrated. All 3 styles look great. My favorite is definitely Dealum Cassidy, the all black outfit with the pink jacket, and then the Zorro look with the bandana and the eye mask is so clean. She definitely has like a pirate look to her as well, which I think is really cool. I also like the slurp style. I think that color scheme looks great. She's going to be going in the S tier. Then we got Apprentice Eevee, one of the best mashup skins I think we've ever had in this game. I've said this before, I think a mashup skin is really good when you can tell it belongs to that certain collab, but it also has like that Fortnite original character feel it should have, and I think you get that with Eevee. She has a really cool Jedi and Sith look, but then she also has details to her where you can tell it's an Eevee skin. She's going in peak. Then next up is Robin. Do I really need to say more? They absolutely killed it with the Tim Drake look. The suit is perfection. I'm so glad we finally got Robin in the game. And I also really like his Red Robin look as well. Not as much as the original Robin suit, but I still think it's a good skin. He's going peak. Then next is UNSC Spartan. So this is our second Halo skin. We got a female Spartan, we got a red design, a blue design. The skin has different effects around the helmet, which is really cool. There's some cool callbacks to Halo with this skin, and overall the armor is just peak. It always is when it comes to Halo skins, and the helmet is amazing with the orange visor, going in the peak tier. Then next is Marge from the Simpsons season, and she turned out great. The Simpsons skins look so good in Fortnite, and then her witch Marge style between the two is definitely my favorite. You get the witch hat for her. Overall, they killed it with the skin. She's going in the S tier. And then last but not least, we have our Chapter 7 Season 1 Tier 1, The Bride. What a perfect skin to make Tier 1 for a movie West Coast theme. The Bride is an icon, and they nailed it with her design. The yellow and black suit just looks so good, and it is crazy how much the skin looks like Uma Thurman. And honestly, I would have been fine with just the yellow and black suit. That was all I needed. But as a bonus, we got another style as well, and that turned out to be good. She is going in the peak tier. But there you have it. That is my ranking for all of the Tier 1 skins. Like I mentioned, they pretty much always do a great job with Tier 1 skins. That's why there's so many in S and peak. Honestly, you can make an argument for a lot of the skins in S to be in peak. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join my Discord server, that link is going to be in the description. Be sure to hype the video to help me out, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace!